We just bushwhacked over from those hills off in the distance there, and it's been a good little hike. Pretty rough terrain in some spots, but we're almost there. That's a good feeling. No roads, no trails, just a long bushwhack in, but we made it. Standing on the waste rock pile now. You can see where the track ties, or the reins of them are right there. So the rails would run out here. I was just standing over there a moment ago. I came over here because of this little foundation here. I think this may have been a primitive blacksmithing operation, because it's hard to tell in this light, but there's some, looks like there's some slag down there at the bottom, mostly covered up. It's almost impossible to see in this light, but take my word for it. A few bits and scraps of wood, and the adit is around there. I'll show you in just a second, but first I want to show you the cool stone building right over there. Alright, I was coming over to show you the stone building, but I got sidetracked because you see the ties running out here. They just used trees from around here as track ties. They didn't have milled wood, and you can see there are the spikes right there. They've rotted out of this tie. That's pretty cool. And then those ran back and around there. Here's that stone building. So they built up a wall right there. Looks like that may have been a hearth right there. It's kind of difficult to tell because a bunch of materials come down there. This rock here obviously served as a side wall. The earth there would have been the back wall, and there may have been something here. Remains of bottle right there, strip of metal right there, and that's about it. There's the wall of that stone building right there, and here's the first look at the adit, the glorious adit, punched right in the side of the rock here. Let's go check it out. This site really demonstrates the desirability of getting out to the really hard to locate and hard to access mines. We had a long hike into this one, and it's just saturated in artifacts. That's the portal right there. Right in front here, there's an old single jacking drill bit, a very well used one, as you can see. So the portal, got an ore car sitting there. There's this old, I'm not sure if this was a sign or what. Looks like it may have been a sign at one time, but it could have been something else. On the back of it, you can see it says DuPont, and I can't recall ever seeing more than once or twice a DuPont box like this. That is really, really rare just to see that alone. It probably helps date the mine. I don't know my dynamite boxes well enough to know what this dates to, but hopefully somebody in the audience does. There's a spike driven in the rib of the adit right there. This ore car is quite old. It's got a wooden frame underneath, as you can see. It still has the wheels on. Most people steal the wheels. So the fact that the wheels are still here gives you an idea of how remote this mine is. I looked around and we could not locate a manufacturer's plate or anything like that. You can see where the ore car pivots right there. There's lighting it up better. So the ore car would pivot there. Look at that wooden frame. All the wheels. There is the extent of it. Looking ahead in the mine, punches back decent distance, as you can see. Of course, the ore car is empty. There's looking at the back or the front, depending on your perspective. You can see these wheels are a different size. The wheels on this end are much smaller than those right there. This lever here is completely rusted in place. I can only imagine how long this has been sitting here. But you would pull that down and dump it. Look at the wooden frame underneath some more. This is an amazing find. And what's interesting is that obviously they had a rail because of the ore cart, but the rail has been removed, which we were kind of surprised by because this is it would have been quite a job getting a rail in and out of here. Pretty awesome. Of course, there's absolutely no modern trash or anything like that at all. I don't think anybody's been here in ages. There's looking ahead down the attic. Let's go check it out. Interesting rock in here.
Yeah. Another, it looks like the top of a bottle maybe with ceramic.
Oh yeah?
A ceramic jug.
Oh, I'll take a look at it when I come back out.
Go out to the side.
Looking ahead, you can see the ties are still in place along here. They might have actually had a wooden rail with the strips or straps on top, given what I'm seeing here. These are really primitive track ties, crude ties here. Obviously they would not have wanted to haul in milled wood because this is quite a hike and there's no road or anything coming to this one. This one you have to hike into. Even back in the day, it's not like the roads washed out or anything. It simply doesn't exist. It never did. That's cool. They still have all the track ties. Normally those are gone or kicked out of the way too. It's amazing that somebody used a single jacking drill bit to carve all this out. There's some of the first milled wood that we've seen. Looks like the remains of a ladder right there. See the notches in it? Okay, looks like there's a face in front of us here. But it goes off to the left, fortunately. In the back here, you see the remains of the dynamite box. The Giant Powder Company. Gelatin dynamite looks like. Very kind of hard to read. And the attic keeps running back this way. Not sure what that would have been used for. See, it's got that wooden handle on it. It would have made it easier to bring in. Hell, something that's too faded to read. This is an old one. Looks like they... Oh, there's a winds. With a windlass here. It's absolutely covered and saturated in rodent urine and feces. That is pretty disgusting. Really strong disincentive to want to go down there. You can see notches where the windlass was. Obviously been cranked by hand. I'm trying to even think how to get over there without getting in all that. The drift keeps running ahead, bends around that way, and it looks like there's a little raise right here. Alright, so looking up there, that's just a little stope that didn't go anywhere. I thought it might have been like an ore pass or a raise or something, but that's the end right there. So let's go look down that winds. So at the winds now, and here is the view looking down. If I can get the light situated properly. So yeah, there's looking down. It's quite deep. We're going to do the rock test now. You ready?
Yep. Stand by.
Sounds like it is catching something. I don't know if it's a platform or if it's that's the bottom or not. But it doesn't go too far. There's this really sketchy ladder here dropping down, but I mean that is really sketchy. It's vertical, and this is covered in rodent urine on top of that. So we're gonna take a pass on going down there, but we are curious. Winds is right there. The urine and feces covered winds. And we're curious what is in front of us still. So we're gonna go find out. Looks like it's got a fair amount of material here. It's pretty wide here. Really wide here. Ooh. Cool dynamite box right there. Here, keep.
Oh, you can find that.
Wow. Keeps going. Got small again. I'm having to bend over a bit to walk through here. There must have been some ore or something back there. Didn't that make it that wide? I can't believe there's a fly back here. Wow, we're still going. Took a chunk out of the rib of the adit there. Okay, wow, we're getting really narrow now. Bunch of new look. I mean, this is the first time I've seen this mineral in this mine. I was gonna say new mineral. I can't believe that freaking fly is back here. We're pretty far in. I don't know if this got picked down or if this is sloughed off the ribs of the adit here. Interesting yellowish material. Really skinny through here. Obviously softer ground. I think this did slough off. My voice isn't really echoing anymore either, so a little patch of not really bad ground, but somewhat dubious ground. And now we're back on the hard stuff again. Got the echo and the ground fall disappeared. You know, that ore cart was pretty wide, so it would have been tough pushing that through here. Keeps going straight, and there's something going off to the right. Looks like it terminates here. Yeah, that's it. Looks like somebody wrote something in carbide, or that could just be mineralization. It's hard to tell. So let's continue down the main drift. So looks like there's some bits of wood tossed right here. Getting down really low now. More dynamite boxes tossed over here. What brand is that? I can't read it upside down.
That looks like Hercules. We found these ones before.
What's that? Oh, yeah, powder. Okay.
Hercules.
I just saw the powder. I was trying to read powder.
We got another single jackson drill.
Oh, cool.
And I found you a couple food containers with labels on them.
Oh, nice. I'll check those out. Definitely check those out on the way out.
And that blasting cap container.
Oh, nice. That drill bit looks like it's in better shape than the last one. Still amazing that somebody did all this by hand. Okay, it's getting a bit messier now. Little pocket here doesn't go anywhere. There was something right there, but it was too far deteriorated to know what it was. Some more carbide writing. Echo disappeared. Lots of ground fall again. Stabilizer started screwing up on me, so I'm starting over at this point again. There's that miner's graffiti or marking right there. The attic keeps going that way. It looks like it might be caved right there. It's actually muddy right here. I'm walking through mud right now, which I did not expect. That just ends right there. I'll go up a little way here. I cannot believe this is all muddy, given where we are. Oh, look at the crystals right there. That's kind of cool. Oh man, I am just sinking down in mud here. I think that is it. Looks like there might be something off to the left, so I'll push up and check. But this is really sketchy ground here. Okay, a little side pocket going off to the left. That's the end of it there. And this looks like it's caved to the top. Yeah, yeah, that is done, I'm afraid. Really intense yellow back here. It's almost like a sulfurous yellow. That's pretty wild. Cannot believe the mud and the water. Never thought I'd need waders for this one. Fortunately I don't, but it's exceptionally muddy. And all this ground here just caved off the back right there. Sketchy, sketchy. Let's go check out those food labels he was talking about. Alright, we're back where those labels were on the containers. And I sort of brushed past this on the way in because I was curious about the drift, but we've got some good stuff here. What do you see?
There's a few of these in the line. This is the only one with the label. That's very best cooked beef. Compressed, cooked.
Hold on, focus.
Thoroughly cool before opening.
Oh, cool.
So,
compressed, cooked.
Quite a few of these crudely torn open. This one took a minute, but this looks like blasting caps. California Cap Company from Oakland.
Yeah, I've heard of that brand.
Use a crimper which cannot choke off the fire in the fuse. The California crimper, quote unquote, is recommended.
Good advice.
Pointers about blasting. Tells how to get best results. Book is free. Ask for it. California Cap Company, Bacon Building, Oakland, California. Not even an address, just a building.
I love it. That tells you that's an old one.
Well, I want the booklet, so we need to contact these people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious about that booklet too.
And 40% strength on dynamite is a little more rare. Standard is about 30%. It says right there it's extra strength. So
yeah.
I've only seen that in one other mine so far for the 40%.
Given the effort that would have been required to get that here, I'm not surprised they went for the more bang for the buck. That bottle's pretty old too. It's like an old whiskey bottle or something maybe. Although I'm not one of those bottle guys that knows all about the bottles. Nice little treasure trove right here. This is that point. And that's where we did that sharp left. It kept going that way. Down below the mine now, and we've found the can dump for the miners. A lot of purple and turquoise glass here, which helps date the site for those knowledgeable about glass. See what I mean? No sign of a structure at all, and so we're thinking that they had a tent set up here. A pretty sturdy canvas tent. Might have been set up in that flat area right there. This is that flat area I was talking about. It might be hard to see in 2 dimensions on your screen, but it's fairly leveled off here in comparison to the surrounding terrain. The cans I was just showing you are right there, so they could have, you know, come out of the tent, just tossed them into the wash right there. Kind of makes sense. There's some more glass up here as well.